facts that will probably disturb you even if you're not easily disturbed. Part 73. John Allen Chow was an American evangelical Christian missionary who was killed by the Sentinelese, which is a tribe that is in voluntary isolation, after he illegally traveled to North Sentinel Island in an attempt to introduce the tribe to Christianity. He was awarded the 2018 Darwin Award. Look, I'm all about, believing in something and wanting to share those beliefs with others, but the whole voluntary isolation thing didn't, set something off in your brain that said, hey, maybe they want to be left alone. The shipwreck of MS Estonia, which sank in the Baltic Sea on September 28, 1994, and caused 852 deaths, is only about 80 meters below sea level. If you were to put the ship on her transom with the bow pointing towards the sky, about half of the ship would be above the surface of the water. I've always wanted to see a shipwreck. See if I can find some ghosts or some buried treasure. This is not a clump of hair. It's one of the most venomous caterpillars in the United States, and it is appropriately named the puss caterpillar. I feel like whoever named that caterpillar was either from the 1970s when long hair was a thing down there, or was really, really jilted by a woman, or both. This is a meteor in Portugal. Does that girl not look like she was just activated American Ultra style? The Harrier Fort in India is known for its 80-degree vertical rock steps. There ain't no way I would be afraid to breathe. Imagine sneezing. Look, I've got bad knees, okay? Megan Thee Stallion knees. I do not. I have a kneecap that occasionally pops out of place. Never know when it's going to happen. I know it would happen on those stairs, and I would take out everyone below me. Rubber gloves were not invented for safety. They were invented for love. Not that kind of love. No glove, no love. But for real though. In 1894, William Stewart Halsted, the first chief of surgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital, invented rubber gloves for his wife Carolyn, as he noticed her hands were affected by the daily surgeries she had performed, and to prevent medical staff from developing dermatitis from surgical chemicals. And just as an afterthought, they're also, yeah, germs. Christian Bale based the way that he played murderous psycho Patrick Bateman in American Psycho off of Tom Cruise. And now that I go back and think of the movie American Psycho, I can see that. Christian Bale is just going to have to get one tooth right in the middle of his face if he really wants to embody Tom Cruise. The Paris Hilton sex tape, you know the one, begins with a memorial screen commemorating those who died in 9/11. When you go to the bathroom and wash your hands, always make sure to dry your hands completely, because you are 1,000 times more likely to spread bacteria with damp hands. Speaking of bacteria in the bathroom, your cell phone probably carries 10 times the amount of bacteria than most toilet seats. In the movie Clockwork Orange, which, if you want a disturbing film to watch, that's a good one, but the scene where Alex's eyes are held open by this contraption was apparently just as harrowing to film as it was to watch. The actor Malcolm McDowell had his cornea sliced by the device and went temporarily blind, despite being assured beforehand that it was safe. He said that after the anesthetic wore off, he was in such pain that he was banging his head against the wall. And y'all know Stanley Kubrick was just suck it up, buttercup. We got more scenes to film. Casinos have to replace seats more often than you would think, because a lot of people, instead of giving up their machine, will just simply soil themselves. And speaking of casinos, most casinos do not have clocks or windows because it makes it harder for you to identify the passage of time. The blackjack dealers, the bartenders, the cocktail waitresses are not allowed to wear watches because they want you to stay and they want you to spend. A new study out of Duke University School of Medicine finds that raised temperatures can cause a pathogenic fungus known as Cryptococcus, sounds like a zombie penis, to turn its adaptive responses into overdrive. So basically, it is evolving to be able to withstand and survive and thrive in higher temperatures, including our body temperatures. That's how the zombie apocalypse starts. I just know it. Men and women have different symptoms of heart attacks. When you see heart attacks on the television, it's always real theatrical, and sometimes that is the case, but more often than not, it's not even for men. Now, men do typically present with severe chest pain when it comes to heart attacks, but women experience less chest pain and more chest pressure, like a fullness in their heart, but they're also more likely to report nausea and sweating. Another symptom of a heart attack is a sense of impending doom. So if all of a sudden you're shaking and sweating and feeling real heavy-hearted and think something bad's about to happen, it is, because you're probably having a heart attack. Go to the hospital. Thanks for watching.